Hi there, I'm Dr. Chung and welcome to your friendly proctologist. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you. I hope that you're doing the best that you can with your bottom end issues, and believe me, I understand what you're going through. It's the whole reason why this channel was created. The question someone has for today is, Dr. Chung, the fissure seems to have healed, but I don't see any blood. Is that possible? And that's a great question. But before we get there, please click that thumbs up button below this video to like the video, and also click that subscribe button. I appreciate you very much. Okay, so the person says the fissure seems to have healed. And that's part one, and the second part is, but I still have blood. And I understand the logic in this, so let's kind of go through that. The fissure is healed. The fissure, which is the cut inside the lining of our anus, is healed, right? And so if the skin has completely covered over the wound, then how could you have blood coming from there, right? And it assumes that someone has seen it or seen the area where the fissure was. It really does, because can you feel your fissure? That's really tough to do, okay? Sometimes they're flat, other times they can still be inflamed, but the fissure may actually be healed. Still, it's just in the early healing stages. So a doctor or somebody, someone who can really look in there carefully, that part's really necessary in order to confirm that first part. Because if the fissure is still there, the cut is still there, then yes, of course you're going to still have bleeding. But this person asks, well, the fissure seems to have healed. So let's assume that the person got it examined by a doctor, and there truly is no fissure. It's just plain old healed, beautiful skin. All right, so then if the fissure is healed, then can you still have blood from it? And the answer is, well, if it's healed, then there should not be blood from the fissure, okay? And so where is it coming from then, Dr. Chung? Well, yes, that's a great question, because that's where the doctor's job is, to come in and figure out where the bleeding could be coming from. The sources of bleeding, unlimited, okay? It can be right around the anus, so outside the anus, in the anus, above the anus, in your intestine, okay? We're talking about your rectum, your colon, your small intestine, which is above the colon, your stomach, which is above the small intestine. And so you gotta kind of go through all of these possibilities. But if we're just talking about our bottom end, then we're talking about scrapes and cuts other than fissures outside the anus. Maybe it's because you wipe too hard. Maybe you scratch something. Maybe you got another tear because the skin is so dry in the outside of your anus. What about your inside, your hemorrhoids? The hemorrhoids live right where the fissures are, but maybe those are what's bleeding. Just above the anus is the lining of our intestine. Maybe there's a scratch or trauma to the inside of our anus or the rectum. That could be bleeding. Could there be a polyp that could be bleeding? Could there be, God forbid, a cancer in there? And of course, that's the worst possible case scenario, but all these things are possibilities when someone is looking in your bottom end and searching for a source of bleeding, right? And if the fissure is gone, but you're still having bleeding, that should invite the physician to perform more testing to see where that bleeding would be coming from, okay? So it's almost reassuring when the fissure is present, bleeding because of it, and then the fissure heals and the bleeding stops, right? That seems to make more sense in terms of a direct cause-effect relationship there. And so I hope that answered your question. We're gonna try some short videos and see how this goes, but there you are. I hope you're having a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.